Hey, what's up? It's Greg from Fisherman's Headquarters, and today is Saturday, August 13th. I'm up here in the evening time, strolling on the Mid-Island surf. Here to share an updated fish report. I have to first start off by apologizing for not giving you guys any updates over the last couple of weeks. Do my best to try to get as many fish reports up as I can. But I was out on vacation in Florida with the family for a couple of weeks, and towards the end of that vacation, picked up good old COVID. And fortunately took that home with me. Drove down, so it was quite an interesting drive back. And I'm kind of just coming out of quarantine now after quarantine for a week to 10 days. So I'm taking a stroll on the surf here to share an updated fish report. I can tell you guys a whole lot of different things taking place right now on Long Beach Island. You've got the same great fishing right now that was happening really all summer long. Fortunately, we had a little change in pattern. We kind of got away from that upwelling event, kind of southerly wind, Bermuda high that we kind of had. We were kind of plagued with that all of July and even into a number of, a number of days there in the month of August. Right now we kind of have that northeast, kind of easterly onshore flow, giving us those beautiful weather the last few days, low humidity, great weather for the LBI area. Water temps warmed up a lot. I don't have an exact number. I don't want to go out and say something not be accurate, but I'm just going to ballpark. It's in the upper 60-degree range, maybe right around 70. And might even get a lot warmer than that now with the northeast winds coming next few days. Looks like today there's a nice one. Tomorrow looks like another nice day. I think things are going to start going down here this upcoming week. There's a little bit of a storm system forecast to brew up and come up the coast. I think that's going to be kind of our weather goes south, things break down. I think that's more like Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday. We'll kind of have to stay tuned to things and see how things pan out. I apologize, I didn't bring my sunglasses with me today, so if I give you guys any more of the ocean kind of view, I get blinded by the setting sun off to my west. In terms of the fish report, like I said, everything's kind of similar to what's been taking place earlier this summer. With the warmer water, the surf fishing is a little more active. We've got some good quality fishing with kingfish off the beach. You're going to want to target those guys with live bloodworms or fish bites. Kind of the standard for those. Small hook, high-low, small weight. You can stop by the shop. We can show you exactly what you need. But that's pretty much the way to target kingfish. You can use small piece of clam. You can use small piece of squid. When they're really thick, they'll eat just about anything. But definitely by far the best bait is going to be the live bloodworms and fish bites. We also have freeze-dried bloodworms from Dynabait. I think we might be the only shop in the area that carries them. They're awesome as well. Super convenient. It's like $6.99 for a pack. You break off a little piece, put it on the hook. When it sits in the water, it rehydrates. You don't use the whole pack, seal it up, use it another time. It's another very convenient fishing bait, just like fish bites. So if you haven't tried those, stop by the shop. Dynabait is their name. If you're looking to also get into some other action off the beachfront, fluke fishing's happening. Not gonna say it's epic, not gonna say it's phenomenal, but it's pretty good. There's definitely a number of fish getting caught, a lot of smaller fish, but that's kind of part of the game. The bay fishing has been really good for fluke. A lot of people are kind of already shifting gears into the ocean, which is definitely a valid thing to do. Normally later July, all of August, September gets really good out in the ocean. Some people are reporting good things, some people are complaining it's a little on the slower side, but there are some nice fish to be caught in the ocean. The inlet's definitely a great place to fluke, also the surf, but the bay is a great area to be fishing right now and enjoying your time on the water. If you're fishing in the bay, I would fish live peanut bunker. There's a lot of peanut bunker around. If you're fishing live minnows, definitely a great bait all year long. Also the 4, 5, and 6-inch gulp grubs, gulp swimming minnows, and also the shrimps. Those are kind of my 3 go-to baits from gulp. I like to fish the white, I like to fish the glow, I like to fish pink shine. Every once in a while when the water's dirty, I'll fish chartreuse. As far as the spearing goes, there's a lot of spearing around, some smaller micro bait. So definitely, if you can get some fresh spearing, use those. If you want to fish a little more of a slender gulp bait, like the sand eel, that's not a bad idea, or the jerk bait, definitely 2 good ones. As far as that smaller bait goes, there's some critters kind of crashing around on it. The striped bass are actually showing up in better numbers in the last few days and actually a couple weeks here than we normally see this time of year. They're residents, they're here all summer long, but normally they don't make themselves that well known unless the bait gets them all fired up, and that's kind of what's been happening. We've got some mullet moving around, some peanut bunker moving around, and like I mentioned before, the spearing in that micro bait. With the colder temperatures that we've had with those upwellings there a couple days back, couple weeks back, that colder water, definitely stripers love all that good stuff. If you're looking to get into striped bass fishing, you're going to be looking for smaller spooks. You can be using smaller paddle tails, smaller swimming plugs, and that would kind of do that trick for you. Definitely soft baits are one of my most favorite ways to target striped bass. As far as the bait and fish go, smaller blues definitely are making their presence well known. There's some smaller bluefish chasing that smaller bait. When I say smaller bait, the smaller spearing, peanut bunker. You'll see some of them in the bay. You also see some of them in the inlet and also along the beachfront. I heard some pretty good reports of some little bluefish frenzies on the bait off the surf. Heard some from the north end, heard some from the south end. Haven't heard any of that little fishing frenzies too much on the mid-island surf, but I definitely have heard on the north and the south end, so close to those inlets, and that kind of makes sense. That's where that bait's exiting from. It's where that bait is. Most of the time you find the bait, you match the hatch, you find the fish. So how do you match the hatch with small bait? It's a very good question you may ask. Deadly Dicks is small, slender metal lure, very good casting lure, very, very slender, great matching profile for a sand eel, spearing, any kind of micro weight bait that you might see. Definitely do not go out without your Deadly Dicks. All summer and all fall long, it's one of my hottest catching lures. Another one you definitely cannot be without is a Hoagie epoxy jig. Hoagie epoxy jigs are much, much smaller weight for their size compared to, say, a lead lure or a brass lure. Brass lure would be a Deadly Dick. It's a brass, chrome-plated brass lure. The epoxy jig would be a little on the lighter side because it's epoxy. It's not as heavy. Yes, they do have a little keel-weighted lead body, but they're much smaller for their size, say, than a diamond jig. Diamond jig is another good one, just don't go too heavy. A lot of other smaller lures that are great. If there's peanut bunker around, Castmaster, crocodiles, those are two really, really good metals that work season in, season out. Very, very good to me. As I'm strolling along here on the beachfront, one thing I want to make note of is the sea salp, S-A-L-P, salps. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, but they're little, almost like a grape, a sea grape, is what they're sometimes known as and referred to. And they're all along the beach right now. Not really sure if I can show it to you. You can't really see it there, but all along that high tide water line. And yes, that is high tide here. High tide's at, I think, 9:30 this evening. Right now it's about 7:30 as the sunset is going down behind me there. Kind of not coming out so good. But the sea salps are washed up all on the beachfront. They're kind of like in the jellyfish family, kind of, sort of, not really. And they, for me, I've experienced, I'm no expert on this topic, but I've experienced that it seems to me after we have a number of upwelling events, these little guys show up in big numbers. They aren't dangerous. I really don't know who eats them, what they do, but that's kind of what's there. A lot of people are asking kind of what's going on there. One thing I can share is lots and lots of sand fleas around. I mentioned sand fleas through many, many of my videos, and they are around, out and about, and just about everything eats them. I mentioned kingfish before. You can use live sand fleas for kingfish. Tog fishing at the inlet is awesome. It's going to be awesome for the rest of the summer. It's going to be awesome all fall. Get up to the Barnegat Inlet and fish some sand fleas, fish some live green crabs, and catch tog. You're going to be able to fish directly in the rocks. I like to do that at the lower tide. At the higher tide, you can fish out a little bit. Most time fishing out a little bit of lower tide, you get a little snagged up. What you want to do is you want to kind of focus around the slower moving water if you're going to cast out a little bit. When the water's really ripping fast, you're going to fish more vertically straight down towards your feet, more in the caves, in the caverns. And those fish will be in there day in, day out. Some days you get an upwelling event, some days you got some dirty water, things change. Sometimes these fish move in and out. For the most part, they will be there every single day for the rest of the summer and all fall. It's a great fishery. If you walked into Fisherman's headquarters right now and said, hey Greg, what should I go fishing for? I want to go catch some fish. Hands down, it's tog. Tog fishing somewhat easy, get geared up. You can fish a small tog jig. That's the way I like to do it, keep things simple. But you can also tie up your own little rig if you just want to get a pack of hooks and some sinkers and a little bit of leader. I'd be fishing somewhere in the range of 40 to 50 pound monofilament leader. Don't want to get too much into too many crazy specifics, but 1, 2, 3 ounce weight's all you need. Small hooks like the Virginia hook or just a classic octopus hook. And say a number 1 or 1.0. You really don't need to go much bigger than that. You can go 2.0 if you wanted to, but fishing smaller baits, fish smaller hooks. Always match your hook to your bait or your bait to your hook. You're not matching your hooks to your fish. Don't get confused by any of that business. Whether you're tuna fishing or snapper fishing, you're always matching your hook to your bait. That being said, you're wanting to fish straight down and into that rubble, into that structure. You're not casting out looking to go, say, out to England, like you may sometimes when you're surf fishing and you're trying to reach out across the bar or something like that. So if you're looking to get geared up and get in the game, stop by Fisherman's Headquarters. Hopefully we can help you out and get you on the fish. I know we've been getting some great feedback all summer long, and hopefully you're having a great summer. Had some really good reports from people that are saying, hey, thanks for the videos. So I appreciate everybody following along. Hopefully you guys are subscribing. Maybe you can comment below if my reports have helped you. Maybe you comment below and tell me if there's something you want me to talk about, if something you want to hear, if there's any way that I can bring some value to your fishing, say, excursions. If you are looking for help, stop by. If I can't help you out, if I'm not there, any of the team members at Fisherman's Headquarters are more than welcome to talk to anybody there. We're more than happy to help you guys out. Whether you got tackle issues, where you need help going to fish, you need help gearing up, whatever it is, that's what we're here for. Been around since 1962, and we're here waiting to help you catch more fish every day. If you can, check out fishinglbi.com. That's a detailed fishing report blog I've been writing for many, many years. Hopefully that blog will bring you some value too. And hopefully you have a great day and the rest of the summer. Take care, catch them up.